It's like there's a dog wanting to kill me then, so that's not good for the heart rate. Hello folks, Stevo here once again, aka Running Englishman. Simply here to inspire you to be the best and fittest versions of yourself. So I can do it, I know you can too. So hopefully you can keep this short today, as I always say. You haven't seen me online much recently for YouTube and running and all that. So basically, I've been trying to fight off what I think is like a shin splint. So I don't know if it is one. I'm no doctor. But just by coincidence, the pain is right on the inside of my shin bone, going down to the bottom. Well, I say was in there. I think I may have cleared it. So today I just want to quickly talk about what might have caused it, or might be causing it. What I'm trying to do is combat it, and just a quick training update really. So today's run does have a purpose. As I said, it's trying to run slow to test the old shin out. And to be honest with you, I ain't got a choice but to run slow. My heart rate's high from trotting around like this. Yeah, painfully slow miles, and my heart's at like 148. That just shows how far you can get knocked back if you might have to put yourself out for a couple of weeks, 10 days. That's basically what's happened. But good news is today my shin feels pretty good. There's no twinges yet. I'll explain how I got to that point. Maffetone for days, all perfect. Never no injuries there. Oh dear. So I've upped the ante a little bit and put the pace up slightly just because of how my heart runs. I run it at 152 for, God, it must have been like 3 or 4 months actually. I never had any problem there either, so I'm not sure if there's an accumulative problem there. I've been running at slightly too higher intensity that would put stress on my legs and bring that on. But I did do a, if you see my last video, I've done a half marathon time trial on road the whole way, and it seemed to come on after that. So I think maybe that might have been a bit of a harder effort. Don't get me wrong, I've got no regrets on that because I've got a nice time to play with in the future now. But I've got a feeling that that may have contributed quite badly to the shin pain. And one more thing about running that half marathon last week time trial. By the way, if you haven't seen the video yet, please go back and have a look, see what you think. I did buy some new shoes, not especially for that, but I was due some. And Strava was letting me know that the other ones are dead. Even though they don't feel dead, but you know, you've got to trust the process. So I bought some shoes, and I took them for just like a 5 mile trot around in them to make sure they feel good, and they did. They felt spot on. Now I'm thinking maybe the second run, which was 13.2, whatever it is, maybe that was a bit too much for the for the new shoes, and maybe they're not perfect for me. But I've got them on today for this slow run, and just to make sure that it's not them that's causing the issue, because you never know, shoes can be a sort of big cause for the little niggles you get if they're not right for you. But so far so good. Can't complain. So I'm trying to keep off road a little bit today. I've done a little bit of road work because it's generally what I do anyway, so I don't want to just pretend I'm going to run on grass forever now. It's not going to be the case. But I'm just hitting some grass in between here. There's some nice fields here, as you can see. Good old British farm fields. I'm just going to go around a few of them today just to get a few miles on there, just to make sure the shin doesn't pull up. I don't want to get stranded sort of way outside my town. I have to get a lift back, so that'd be embarrassing. So yeah, beforehand, training's been going well. As I mentioned, the new numbers I set for myself seem to be on the money, I think. I've been working hard to pinpoint the heart rates I want to run at, to make sure I'm using conversational. Even though today is tough, like heart's at 150 for trotting around like this, but it's to do with fitness. But as long as you're staying in that conversational area, and today's really hot too, so I'm carrying this lump. That's a 10-minute mile there. Could take me a while to get home, but I'll say it's all part of the recovery. It's not about pace, nothing like that. It's about getting back into the routine of being able to run sort of 4 times a week, and that's the plan. So, outside a postcard. If you've had shin splints before, they just say it can take ages to clear. Like, and I don't even know if mine was that. It might not be. It might have been a bruise on the shin. I couldn't see nothing. I didn't bang it. That's definitely where the pain was. What could be causing it? Is it the running slightly too fast on the slow runs, which I don't think I have been, had no problems up to it? Was it just the hard effort of the half marathon going pretty much all out for me? I didn't have much more to give if you see the video. It's just coincidence that it came on after that. Was it new shoes? Have they got a lot to answer for when it comes to running? Whether I should have went to a running shop and got properly measured up. I've never had no problem before with sort of running and real trainers, but maybe now's the time. Just like to mention, you all know I'm a bit of a heart rate nut. That's what all my training's about. The other day when I was trying my leg out there, I did like 4 miles or something, and my heart rate was low, probably 152, what I try and head for. My pace was 8:20. Today, my watch is just buzzing and buzzing, so it's going over 152. But it's easy to talk, and my pace is like 9.5 minutes. Just shows what a difference some days can make for your fitness, or for the weather conditions, or for the time of day, or for coffee. That's all the fun of heart rate training, I guess. So I want to do a quick mention of some things I noticed on my half marathon time trial last week with the video recording. So I record myself quite a lot, as you know. And you kind of look at your form and little videos just to make sure you're all good. I generally feel like mine's okay on normal runs. But on last week's video that Mike recorded for me on the bike, my form was kind of all over the place later. I think it started alright, and as you get tired, fatigue sets in. And I think you start to lose it a bit, and that's something for me to think about in the future. I don't really want that to be happening. My feet sounded really slappy on the floor. I don't know if that's the camera picking that up like that, or whether I went really flat-footed later. One more thing. I noticed my sort of left hand was coming up a lot like this. And I'm not sure what that is, because I don't want any other videos. I don't know if that's a subliminal way of like heart protection, because it felt like it was too high for too long there. Although I managed to get around with it that high, I think it's like a subliminal bit of protection coming up like that. I might be lying, I don't know. But anywho, I think maybe the swing of the arm, just from one arm doing it, might have made me a bit skew-whiff on the run. That's something to really think about when you're later in the race, or a time trial, or a hard effort. Really concentrate on your form and your breathing, make sure everything's in line, and then the results will come alongside it. In fact, at the same time as that recording, my mate Huggins, who come along, or Chris, we noticed his was a bit skew-whiff as well, but it's from the very start. It's something that he never knew was happening. It's like his knees were jangling together, had a flicky leg. His legs were flicking out when it went to the back. So it's definitely recommended that you take videos of yourself when you're under a bit of pressure, you know, just to make sure that it's all even and, you know, your form's good, your gait's good. It's definitely worth investing some time to look to make sure you're running efficiently. So we went off to a running shop, him and Vince, last week, and got looked at. And yeah, his run was a bit funny. That's now given me something to work with to correct that. He's a really good runner, and it'll be even better when he sort of levels that out, makes slight adjustments. So where are they, sheep? You know, I always whinge about the area I live in. The town isn't so great, but sometimes you've got to admire the view, ain't you, really? Just get out of town a little bit. This is a nice bit to run. There's usually quite a lot of water here to jump over, but it's quite narrow, obviously, where it's... Obviously, it's all drying up. Alright, so about 6.5 miles in. I'm gonna head back now. It's probably, I don't know, might have been 9 or 10 miles, but I'm gonna put the camera away now so I can concentrate on the run a bit more again. I think carrying this around sometimes and talking gets the heart rate up, puts me in slows me down a good one, but all good. The purpose of today wasn't about pace. The purpose was to check my injury and see how that feels with these new shoes on again. And yeah, so far so good. If there's anything dramatic happens on the way home, I'll say I've shook it off with a bit of luck, and I've just got to learn how to look after it better and work out why it's happened, and just really think about injuries a bit more now. Every day's a learning day, and I love that. That's what I love about running. You learn so much on the way. And, that is what it's all about. So anywho, I'm gonna love you and leave you now. It's good to be back. It's been a long 2 weeks of not being able to do out. I've been on the bike quite a lot just to keep the heart ticking over. Seems to have held me right, but not as fun as running, is it? So, that's me. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Please hit the red subscribe button at the bottom and the bell and all that stuff. Also got an Instagram and bits to look at if you wish. Follow the journey. Got loads of time trials and that to come. I'm not exactly planning on banging out half marathons like so often, if that's the sort of damage it's done me. But all in all, I'm happy with the times I've given myself. It gives me a great target to go for in the future. So, thanks for joining me. I'll see you again, hopefully next week. Ciao for now, Stevo.